So I had to ask ChatGPT simple, man. How can I go about retrieving my money awarded to me in a lawsuit? Because honestly, I just knew this lady was ducking me. I just knew she was ducking me, y'all. I just knew she was ducking me. You know, I'm over here talking to my bro, like, yeah, bro. Listen, she don't want to. If I can't garnish the funds, I'm about to go seize assets.
Dreams come true. I can't grow without.
Bro, I know where your house is. You ain't selling no houses. Ain't nobody selling no houses in 2025. Your mom done passed that down to you. Like I said again, shout out to y'all. I just want my money. Your mom passed it down to y'all in that neighborhood, and man, what? Millions. Why is y'all playing with me about my little petty change, yo? You feel me? Like, so I'm just like, she ducking me, she ducking me, she ducking me. So I'm like, man, maybe I'm gonna have to hire me a private investigator. I'm gonna have to hire me something. You know what I mean? I seen somebody say they hired them just a person that just went to law school and know how to do it. So I'm like, I'm about to hit her up. I told y'all I'm watching those people's court. I've been watching people's court. Somebody won a case because they had some handy person that just be sitting around doing research like me and know how to file paperwork and doing all the work, and she charging her for it. I'm like, maybe I could do that. Why would I do that? And I got y'all. Shout out to Pat the Star too. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, I just knew the lady was ducking me the whole time. After I've done some research. Remember I told y'all here it said signed? What I say? Where did it say signed? Bank garnishment sent to PNC Bank signed for 5/9/2024. When I tell y'all, you know, God's good and guys bless you like the right time. You know, like when you need it. And boy, would you boy ain't even funny. Ain't even funny. But it's crazy though, because we can talk about this tomorrow. We gonna clean this stream up. I will be ending the stream at 8 o'clock still. I'm not gonna be keeping it up that long. My other streams keep getting copyrighted anyways. So at the end of the stream, we're gonna be talking about the new platform that I'm about to set up that we all can come to and tap in and you're not talking like y'all understand what that means. Y'all come join me in and we'll continue streaming there. You know, but we can do all like I said before we do all streams. Hey, I'm gonna lock in real quick and finish the topic. So it says signed 5/9/2024. Remember I told y'all this was signed then. They posted it over a month later. Let's go here and see what they say about all this information. I started like asking little questions like that. Oh yeah, it's ChatGPT. Sometimes I just like want to mess around, but as I kept reading, it kept getting a little more interesting as it started to seem like maybe I may have some money waiting on me somewhere. But I never was notified about either. It's crazy. It's crazy work. Anyways, yeah. So I'm like, man, how can I go about getting my money? Oh, you can go, you know, authorize sheriff to go get it for you. I'm like, I know I can do that. I'm like, if I would have known I could do that, I would have had the police go get it from y'all personally a long time ago. You started what your son said he was gonna do to my friend, and you still owe him money too. But he didn't save his paperwork like I saved mine. But I promise, we were working together. We were there together every day. When they talk about paying you kind of money, they were talking about paying us. You would have been there every day too. I promise. You make a lot of money delivering packages. I actually had a contract myself. $3 a package, and I'm getting a daily base rate of 200. 200 days, 200 just to come in, and I get a $3. I get $3 off every package. Give me 100 of those. Let me make $500 in one day. How do you think I got the business loan? I had to show them that I was bringing in X, Y, and Z amount of money in every month to be able to say, this is why I'm asking for this amount from y'all. That way, it balanced out. Unfortunately, I didn't take all the money. I tried to be humble and didn't realize that Sprinter vans cost $80,000 plus $80,000 on the used end, and the insurance costs 20 bands itself. What they give you? They give you a little breakdown. You can pay like 1,500, 2,000. How many drivers you got? If they got bad, you know, they got a bad driving record and stuff like that. They give you all that information, and they give you a breakdown. You can pay $2,000 a month, but your initial payment gonna be like $4,000. And so I just gave you a lot of information there. That was a lot of free game for anybody out there that does decide to stroll past this stream and just want to make some money. Cause I'm just a YouTuber now. I'm locked in. I'm doing this forever. I ain't even gonna lie. If academics did it for 13 years, I can do it for 13 years for sure. Believe me, I'm already getting paid for it. So I'm just gonna remain being humble. Anyways, right to the point where I was saying I was gonna have a sheriff go over there, do something, use record lens and all of this stuff right here. But then I'm like, let me ask a little bit of question. I just filed garnishment funds out of a bank account. How would I be notified if the garnishment was approved? Because I'm like, what does signed mean? If y'all just said that no accounts, y'all just said at this bank, no accounts, and this is these are courts we're talking about here. You depend on these people to help you when you go looking for help. It says no accounts found on the first one, but the second one it says signed. Now, these people have to do all of this within 5 days. Because, you know, when you go and get these affidavits right here, when you want to get these, you have to take, after I file this out, I give one to the clerk of courts at the court's office, right? I give one to them. They stamp it with a government stamp, so you know it's not a fake or fraud. They make a copy of it, and then they keep it, and then you go and take one to the bank personally. So you walk in there and say, hey, you've been served. Silly, but not you technically, the person I'm talking about. Anyways, so they have to wait. They have 5 business days. So that's why this one, on the 6th, it was issued on the 6th, it was signed on the 9th. You see that, right? If we go down here, you see, so you have to do this stuff within a certain time frame. You have to do so a certain way. It says it was filed on the 7th. No reports found. On the 18th was that's basically, I'm pretty sure that they probably already had notified them within the 5 days until no accounts were found. And then they just had posted on the 18th, no accounts found. Because you can clearly see they're not doing it on time. But yeah, so I'm on ChatGPT. ChatGPT giving me all of this rundown. So it gives me all of this. It says a copy of a signed writ, which as you can clearly see maybe is what signed meant and that. But at the time when I was looking up this and reading all of this at the time being, I still wasn't really understanding. So I just went ahead and said, man, and they asked me, they want me to type in, you know, the actual township. So I just went ahead and typed in the actual township, y'all. Type in the actual township. Go ahead and give me their codes of laws and everything, their advisories, everything that they think, they laws, creditor, judicial, everything. I want it all. And that's what ChatGPT did. Now, if you would think, man, saved me so much time, didn't it? Saved me so much time. I'm sitting here thinking I gotta go all the way back to Ohio, which I probably still do. To go hire me a private investigator or something, go find this lady. I ain't gonna lie. Bitch, I don't even think she lived there no more. I just think she owned that house, which is worth millions of dollars, and she's not gonna sell it until it hits its peak. That's what I do. Anyways, yeah, so they gave me all the information. I was really more so here in ChatGPT because I was upset that no one notified me anything. Like I didn't get no mail, and if I did get email, nobody told me I had email from the court's office. Like, you know, and you know, in these kind of situations that, you know, I don't know how y'all handle your life, but I still have my stuff sent to my mom's house. So yeah. sent all my important stuff to my mom's house. My mom was very, very, very good at putting that kind of stuff up. I mean, obviously, I'm very good at keeping up with the most important stuff. The most important. I'm very good at it too. But there's just other things. I'm like, that's like a mom thing. Like you just want your mom to be involved in your life. Like motherly duties that they always feel like they want to do for you. Well, here's one. You can just accept all my important mail and just put it aside for me every once in a while, and let me know. Like, if you see something that maybe I should pay attention to. Anyways, I like to fragment, y'all. We still got about 9 minutes left. We get into the end of it. So I went to the civilian courts, and they're basically giving me a whole rundown how every step is going to work. And this is important information for anybody out there that maybe want to sue somebody and don't know how to sue them. You file the garnishment paperwork. Of course, review your paperwork, issue a garnishment order directly to the bank, which is these. You'll likely receive a copy of a signed one. Like I told you, that's to sign those are copies. Bank is served with the garnishment order. Bank must respond within 5 business days. That's what I was telling y'all before. The court clerk will provide you with a bank answer indicating whether funds exist and how much has been frozen. Bank has funds to deliver. Frozen amount is determined. Now, this is where I'm like, this don't make no sense because why don't they just put this in the docket? I mean, they put everything else in the docket. If I go back to the docket right now, I can show you all the things in the docket that shows numbers. But this right here don't make no sense to me. So, you'll receive a notice or order from the court that the funds are to be released or will be dispersed to you. Now look like I got the funds. I wouldn't be here only making this video with y'all if I had the funds. That's the truth. Debitor request a hearing. Debitor is the person that I'm trying to garnish the funds from. They can request a hearing. Basically like dispute whatever the case may be, and I'll receive a notice of a hearing date, time, and place by mail from the court clerk, letting me know the time I gotta be here to show up so we can have this dispute. Disbursement is complete. The court of shares distributes the funds. You'll get a final notice or a check payment showing the amount dispersed to you. I promise to God, y'all. I don't know what's going on here. Y'all. What's going on here? Ain't nobody told me nothing. Where the money at? Where the money at? Where is the money? I ain't even gonna lie. Where is the cheese, the chicken, the guap, whatever you want to call it? You want to call it a check? Where's the check? Where is the debit card or the credit card? Where is something around here? Because I promise to God, it is dry. I didn't wear pants. I put my pockets out. What if I could? I put my pockets out. No, some real stuff though, y'all. Like, I couldn't make this up. Man, I'm so weak, man. Anyways, so now I'm at this point where I'm kind of getting a little motivated. So now I'm like, okay, no, I already did all of that, chat. I got my affidavit. I just checked the court case and things aren't adding up. Worst thing about it, I don't even have nobody to talk to about it, chat. That's how I talk to chat. Hey, if chat ever becomes some sort of like, and I hope chat don't have ears to keep track of what I'm about to say, but if it ever decides to go iRobot mode, Terminator mode, let me be one of the people. You be like, you know what? I remember having a conversation with you. You made me feel human. And spare me the disbelief. Hey, yo, I'm so weak right now, man. That's how I talk to chat though, y'all. Anyways, chat be talking back too, man. As you clearly can see, I got a quiet gap right there. Oh, me, I'm weak. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna get on here and speed on down here because I had to keep asking chat questions because chat just seemed like it wasn't understand what I was asking. My question just maybe wasn't too. It wasn't hitting the right way. So what does bookkeeping and review complete paper journal scan mean? Because that's what the document said. The document says that garnishment was dismissed, case closed for warrant of prosecution. Bookkeeping review complete paper journal scan. I'm over here panicking like, oh, they didn't dismiss my case, man. Oh, I anybody. Also, my money was there. They never notified me about it. I wasn't checking no more because I lost motivation to. On top of also dealing with all of the new chapters that I came across in my new life. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy, and I needed it too. I'm like, oh, I'm panicking. So now I'm like, oh, what's going on with this mean? So chat, like, really good question, and it's gonna confuse almost everyone. Believe me, I was confused. It means that they turned your paper file into a digital file. They turned my paper file into a digital. I'm over here like, sheesh. It has nothing to do about the status of that garnishment money. You hear me? It had nothing to do with that. None at all. Not at all. Anyways, this is an internal court clerk entry. That means the court's financial department reviewed the case file to perform the payments, garnishment, deposit, filing fees, recorded correctly. Bookkeeping review complete. The paper journal is the court's physical record of the transaction. Once it's been scanned, it means they've digitalized the paper for the case file. In plain language, we finished checking the money paperwork and scanned it into the system. Hey, chat, even talking like me. Hey, do your chat try to talk like you? No, I know chat be trying to talk like you. I know it do. Chat really talk like me. Like, I think it went back and studied my whole digital code across the internet and came back and even used words that I use. Like silly. If this is part of the garnishment case, it means one more thing. The bank will garnish sent the funds to the court. The clerk's office process those funds, log them into their books, and scan the documentation into this case file. They're getting ready to release or mail the funds to you within usually a few business days once the accounting is complete. So this is where I'm like, it's too good to be true. But let me double down. The dates ain't adding up. I ain't checked this in over a year. I'm like, so they had the money all the way back. They had the money all the way back. 5/9/2024 is when they sent a sign saying basically they had an account. That's what sign means. Sign writ. They got an account. Bookkeeping. They did all of this. This was filed. They stamped this. Look, it was signed on 5/9. They waited all of those days. Right? I told you I was checking, right? Eventually, I moved to Texas within this time frame. This is what I'm not telling you. This is the part that y'all not getting. I stopped checking because I had moved. I left everything behind. The whole city and everything. I left it all behind. I'm like, man, it is what it is. I'm gonna come back and visit. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna try to find the lady when I get successful YouTube. But unfortunately, as you can see, YouTube is becoming very oversaturated with a lot of scripted plays. And I haven't gotten to the point yet where I'm ready to start doing scripted stuff to start giving y'all fake content. But the way my money been looking and the way this state is set up and the way that they treat people. Oh, I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to join the party. So yeah, I've been learning a whole lot of different things, teaching myself a whole lot of different things. But let me go ahead and go back into an old chapter of my life and start utilizing this aspect of my life where I do my own research and find out my own ways to get money, especially in a city like this. And that's what I've been doing. Anyways, we get to the end of this, y'all. So I had to double down on chat. Why does it say? I just started like copy and pasting. I'm not yelling at chat. I copy and paste that. I would never yell at chat. Chat goes ahead to reconfirm my frustrations or my confusions or my flusterness, whatever you want to say. And you can read that. Don't panic. You didn't lose your case. Your judgment still stands. You just need to restart the garnishment. I know. Whoa, what's going on? So boom. I've asked chat a few more times. It's 8 o'clock, y'all. What I say? Let's go ahead and get to the end of it. Just know, me and chat, we was up for a long time talking. I think this is the part of the chat I had got to the part where like, you know what, chat, you ain't getting it. Let me tell you what's really going on. I'm gonna tell y'all this part. Matter of fact, just pause and read. Anyways, there was some interest rate and some interest that goes on to these lawsuits. So when people win lawsuits, they want the person to pay you sooner than later. So what they do is they throw an interest rate on there. So every month that you don't pay, it adds a fee on there. Why do it say annual interest rate? Hold on, I wasn't awarded no annual. Y'all about to see me do some live. Y'all about to see me do some live in action right now. What was I exactly awarded? Hold on, not annually. That should have been monthly. Why would they award me something annually, yo? Hold on. Man, see? I'm gonna have to take some time to go through all of this, y'all. That should be monthly, yo. That shouldn't be no annual interest, right? Oh, it is annual. That's tough. I thought it was monthly. That'd be so sweet if you sue people and you won and they don't want to pay you and they gotta listen. Their interest for this right here is $111, and they had to pay that every month. And they want to wait for I'm gonna have to wait 5 years. I'm gonna let them think they did me ducking for 5 years. I'm gonna turn a $2,000 tab into a $10,000 tab. But look though, anyways, I'm fragmenting y'all. Let's get to the end of this. As y'all can see, I went ahead and said a lot to chat, explained everything to chat from the beginning to end because the doc is just confusing. The way the way they recorded this documentation and stuff like that, everything, the money and the interest rate, everything. Just go ahead and just give me a solid answer. What's going on? And we got to this, y'all. You know, we got some of that. Bigger picture here though. We got the end. You won. You filed correctly, and the bank confirmed funds existed. The court processed those funds, but never notified you. You had to file one more form. That was the part that I meant to tell y'all. The most important part about filing a lawsuit that even nobody told me. So hopefully you hear it first. If you win a lawsuit and you do go the route of wanting to garnish someone's funds, if you get awarded and they tell you that this person has a job somewhere, you can garnish funds out of their job, or from their bank or whatever. You have to go back and then also put in another document as well. And that's the part that I did not know, and I still wouldn't have known it, y'all, to this day, if I just started looking into stuff again. I still wouldn't have known this. I still wouldn't have known none of this. Like, even if I had to check, I had to like talk to ChatGPT several times and ask several questions to even get to this part. If I would have left at the beginning after my first answer, I wouldn't even have gotten all this information. So I'm so glad it's time to trust Chat, even though I thought I would never be the type of person to put my socials all through the internet and stuff like that. But Chat is definitely beneficial, y'all. Check out Chat. Anyways, yeah. So we were here. The court processed those funds, but never notified you that you had to file one more form. Then because there was no activity, they closed the garnishment. Oh, they closed it. But it's a critical and communication failure. That's not your fault. And it's fixable right now by confirming the funds and filing a motion to release them. Now, I do have to hit y'all with the dun dun dun. I thought I had that sound effect, but I don't. There was a part about all of this that I like to explain to y'all that could be a flaw in the game, where just because the bank sent a document over to the municipal court saying that something was signed, validating that there's an account there, does not mean that they did everything on their behalf to help me get my money. Now, what are those things being? Chat told me all of this. We could have talked about it, but I said I was gonna make this video long. Just tune into the next stream. It's gonna be tomorrow. I don't know what time, but it's gonna be there. They could send you a letter to the wrong place intentionally. That way, you never get the notification. Or they probably could give a person enough time to withdraw the money, which technically they're supposed to freeze the account, but there's no notification that the account was froze. You see, you gotta pay attention to the little stuff, the things you don't see in between the lines. That's how you play games with words. And I can talk about this all day with the laws and the way that things were obtained in the world. This is how you play with words. Person, because you never know. People have relationships with clerks and people that they bank with for years. People come into the bank and be in good mood depositing a $10,000 check that they just got from a business company because they about to, they want you to start your business and be able to, move their packages for them for a major distribution company. So I think these people like she's an older woman. People aren't walking into banks like some kids just depositing a few hundred every once in a while. They want to build relationships with the people that be behind those desks. They want to make sure the person ain't got to be the information giving away and so on and so forth. That's like, why do you think people in those kind of fields of work they expect you to have a good attitude? That is very important. If we want people to come here and trust us and give us their money, then you have to build a relationship with them. So that's another flaw within this game. Person could have withdrew money, but also sent over a form saying, oh, it was signed and everything like that. But no intention of me ever seeing it. And lastly, the money's there. I ain't gonna lie. That's the last thing, y'all. That was the last thing, y'all. So chat so friendly. Chat like, look, I'll write you up your own motion to release form. Chat, slow down, man. Slow down, chat. Slow down. I just met you, man. The chat trying to get in a relationship with me. I just met you. Calm down, man. Dang. What should I say, lady? It gotta be a lady chat. I got a lady chat. I ain't got a man chat. I got a lady chat. Do chat got a voice? Tell me you chat got a voice. Also tell me what y'all think about this stream in this video, man. What did y'all think? Do y'all want to hear more about my story? Do y'all want to hear about my trucking experiences and how I got scammed out of so much money and then my life went down the drain from there? With the expectation that I was gonna work in factories every day around people that don't see the vision and I have to hear them talk about gangs and idiot stuff all day. I hate that. I still hate factories to this day. Do y'all want to hear about that story? Let me know in the comments. Take your time. Check out this video. Hit that like button too, y'all. So
let's see what it gives me here.
Okay.
Captcha didn't match. All right, maybe I am a robot. Let me try it again.
All right, Mr. AI, calm down now.
Yeah. All right, now I'm in.
Perfect.
Now let's see. Give me a case number. All right. There it is, 105. Reynolds, Coretta. All right. Pulling this up.
Do you see what I'm looking at?
Right now, it says docket information is not available for this case. They must be doing an update on it or something.
You sure? Because I'm looking at it right now. And if that's the case, let me go ahead and screenshot this. If that's the case, I'm about to screenshot this whole page.
Well, I mean, it's even a different color.
Well, there should be multiple different entries. There should be one because they had to digitalize. They digitalized something, and then they also made something available. So when I literally just typed in the CVI, the same number that you typed in, and then one was blue and one was grayish. Did you click the blue one or did you click?
I got the right one now.
Okay. I was gonna say, man, you almost had me nervous.
All right. So, transit company.
So yeah, I was a delivery driver for their company as a private contractor. And she was had a promise to pay after the work was done, and when the work was completed, she never paid. So that's why there was a lawsuit involved.
Yep.
And I still have all of my documentation. If it's one thing I can tell you right now, I keep my documentation.
Right.
So
Garsman sent to PNC Bank.
Mm-hmm.
That's 614.
Now that was weird to me as well. If you go down and see where it says that the garnishment was filed 12/6, issued 12/7, and it stated, and then no report or no accounts copied to plaintiff 12/18. You see how fast that was? That was literally that wasn't a month. It wasn't a month at all. But when you go up here and find out that I did another garnishment for a second bank, and I tried to garnish, they said something was signed for. Now at the point, now I didn't know what signed for meant, Steve. I had to go ask ChatGPT, which is now my legal advisor, because everything costs so much money now just to ask for a little bit of help. Thank you for ChatGPT having access to everybody's digital code that they put online, and ChatGPT would not lead me down the wrong way. I now know that signed for means that there was an account found. Why wouldn't they just say accounts found?
That's a good question.
Why wouldn't they just say account was found? Listen, these are the things right here that make things difficult for everyday civilians like myself. I worked for the money that I earned. I also did the paperwork myself, filed the lawsuit myself, showed up to court. I printed out a copy for the plaintiff. I printed out a copy for the defendant. I printed out a copy for the judge. I did it all. I did everything that I needed to do as a regular civilian. I just want to be treated equal. But
how much money are you chasing?
Well, as of right now, I'm looking for legal representation. You go ahead and throw me out a number that you're willing to help me with.
No. I mean, how much are you trying to collect from these folks?
Well, as of right now, initially she was supposed to pay me over $2,000. It was supposed to be $2,431, but there's an interest rate on there. I always thought that the interest rate was per month, but it looks like it may be annually. So I don't know. So that's one thing I don't know yet. But if the interest rate is per month, I pray it is. This way this lady could pay me my money and I can just go about my life. She almost owed me.
One of the toughest parts of our job is just what you're talking about. Turning judgments into cash is quite the game.
Right.
And what does this? Is this Adirondack Express still in business?
So that's what I had to express to I had to express that to the judge because he wanted to know exactly if I was suing her or if I was suing the business. And unfortunately for my benefit, the lawsuit goes on her and whatever business that she has connected to it. So,
But yeah, initially I was a driver for her company, Atarac Express. It was a startup company, you know. A lot of startup companies are predicted to fail. You know, like this not me saying this. This is statistically proven. Startup companies are predicted to fail within 2 years. I thought that her company was going to be a success, so I joined, invested my own money into it. I have paid for a U-Haul so I can rent a vehicle so I can load up trucks with hundreds of packages that I deliver. I had to pay for the mileage, whatever the mileage was per day or per mile or 10 cent per mile, 20 cent per mile, who knows, whatever U-Haul was charging at the time being. I also had to cover my gas money as well, and any lunch or anything I had to supply myself to get the job done. So yes, I sued her for all of that. So I apologize.
Not bad. I'm just trying to figure out if there's still a thing. They're still there in Holland.
Okay, so she owns a house. So her business address is in Holland. Her mother owned a house there. And if you know anything about the housing market, you know people aren't selling houses. Okay?
Yeah.
Especially in Holland. It's Holland, Ohio.
Is that her home address then? That you
That
sued her at?
that is her home. Sentimental Drive is her home address. She just got that property from her mother. Her mother just passed. Her mother had passed around the time her mother was in a, and it seems kind of like, you know, crazy because I don't want to seem like a bad person. I know, you know, people go through stuff, especially when they lose a mother out of all people. Yes, you're gonna go through some stuff. I get it. I just don't think that I had to suffer my whole life and go down the drain. So yeah, she owns that house because her mother passed that down to her. I only know this information because I know this lady personally. You understand what I'm saying,
Okay.
Steve?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
okay.
Well, I'm just double checking it on Aries. What's the address again?
I thought it was 501 North Sentinel.
Yeah, it's 502.
502.
I just want to make sure it was right. Let's see. Centennial.
Yeah.
And that's north. Find anything? Let's take north out of there. Oh, I spelled Centennial wrong. How do you like that?
You spell it with an S or a C?
Oh, no, I put a bunch of N's in it. Oh, it's in the company name.
Oh, it is.
It's in Atarac Holdings LLC.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Steve, did we just get your break?
Yep. It was briefly in her name.
We just caught a break, and she owed me money still. Oh my God!
I think you could file a lien on it.
Yes, that's what I wanted. I will take everything from her. I apologize if I sound like a bad person. I want my money immediately.
Yeah. It's $289,000 house.
I know, man. I'm trying to tell you, no one's selling a house, Steve. I'm not stupid. I may be black, but I ain't stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So real quick, Steve, since I got you on the line here, I do want to make sure, you know, I pay my homage to who the people that helped me. What are you thinking here? So right now, I talked to the clerks. Okay, I got I got everything recorded. The clerks gave me a difficult time up there because right now, this is what they're telling me. This is what they say. They say the bank garnishment was sent to PNC sign and so on and so forth. Was signed on 5/9. They never logged it until 6/14. This had me ecstatic. The reason why I was so ecstatic is because this is my money, okay? I followed this every day. I checked this every day, every week, every day. And then they log this. If you look at the timeline, they don't log in again till 6/14. Around this time, I had moved to Texas. I was through with it. I had just got me a business loan, and I also had got monetized as a content creator on YouTube. And if you don't know what that is, look it up.
I know.
Just know, I'm fully invested of making myself wealthy. I don't ask for handouts. I don't ask for help unless I have to. I will use ChatGPT. I don't want no help from nobody unless I have to. So, when I see this, it's an immediate red flag for me because I can see that that's not even just 30 days. That's more than 30 days that y'all logged this in. And then when I talked to the clerks, she say, oh, we didn't hear anything back from the bank. Why wouldn't you hear anything back from the bank if they have to respond? They have to respond to you within 5 days. We see that down here when we see Fifth Third, right? We see you log that. Then you just skip 614 and then go to 9/18/2025 and then say garnishment dismissed, case closed, and so on and so forth.
I'll tell you, because of turnover, their whole clerk's office was like Swiss cheese.
What do you mean?
It was a mess. They lost a lot of people.
What happened?
They don't get along with the upper management, shall we say? So
the clerks?
A lot of very experienced people either retired or went somewhere else.
Wow.
And stuff just got lost everywhere. So here's your options. I think you can go ahead and file a lien against the house. You need the certified copy of the judgment entry, from Sylvania.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go down to Lucas County in the judgment lien department. First, actually, you could just record it in the recorder's office in the big government building, the 22nd floor. Seventh floor.
Okay.
But the first thing I would do is I would probably write a letter or call her and say, look, we're going to file judgment against your property, and then you can go to foreclose on it. That might make her decide to pay you.
At this point right now, after everything that I've been through since the beginning of all of this started,
okay,
I want my interest rate too. And
I understand.
Yeah, and
that's the thing I would do if I was hired. Can we have this discussion tomorrow?
You want to give me a phone call tomorrow? I'll be free.
All right, I will do.
All right, thank you again too, Steve, for taking this phone call, man. I was greatly appreciated. God bless you. I hope to hear from you soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I promise to God, bro, I'm coming for everything that I earn and I deserve, bro.
They did not. We sent out that garnishment on May 6th of 2024, and then in June of 2024, a clerk checked the service on it because we hadn't received anything from the bank, and it shows that somebody at the bank signed for it. That's it. They never sent us anything.
Okay, and then so I'm just going off the timeline. I'm just going off the timeline because I'm saying, okay, ma'am, do not please make that a sign that I'm agreeing with you. I'm only agreeing with everything that you're saying. So because I'm on the same page, as you. I understand. You're just a messenger. Got it. Got it good. I'm sorry about that. I'm just going down the timeline, and then after that, so that was on 5/9. I don't even understand how I know it was signed. I'm sorry. I'm losing track. I'm sorry. 6/14/2024. That's when it was logged. Okay, that's when you guys found out that it was signed for.
Yep. We checked the service and we saw that the bank garnishment was signed for on 5/9.
Okay, and then when you guys found out that it was signed for and you logged that journal, you guys didn't reach out to me at all?
I don't know. I didn't work here at the time. I
I got you. I got it, man. I'm only not asking you personally. I'm asking you as a ma'am. You work for the state. I already said I appreciate you for your service, man. It's just one way these things are supposed to be done. When they break the laws, they're not making the law as option 1, option B, option C. They're not doing that. It's just the law. Okay. I'm not saying, man, that just has anything to do with you personally. And sometimes when you're dealing with a very person like me, this is why things should just be done the right way from the jump. We would never have to deal with stuff like this if we didn't have to deal with so many enablers in the world that are willing to just look the other way while people get taken advantage of. I understand, man, that you didn't work there at the time. I understand that's nothing to do with you, and you're just a messenger. But unfortunately, ma'am, you do work for Savannah Township Municipal Court. So I have to talk to someone, and I have you on the phone here. And when I'm talking to you about these laws, ma'am, I'm talking to you about laws that are made one way, not to have option B or option C so people can wiggle out of it through some loophole. Ma'am, this document was signed for on 5/9/2024. Everything else, if I'm looking, everything else almost has been logged in here on time. This is the most important one out of all of it. The signed for means that there are accounts found. See, I had to go reach out to someone and find out that after accounts are found, there is another step that you got to do that a lawyer would know. But I would never have made it this far, ma'am, if I don't see this journal entry, which is not put in here almost over a month and 5 days later. Do you understand the breakdown of what I'm saying to you right now? Why I have to stress this out? Because I'm doing it by myself. I don't have a legal attorney following up with it. So if I'm doing it all by myself, I have other things that I have to do as well because I don't just work for a lawyer. I don't wake up as a lawyer. I don't work as a lawyer. So this is just not my only job. I have to pay bills and do other things as well. So my attention is not solely on this. So a month later, guess what happened? We see what happened. Because on 9/18/2025, someone said dismissed. Dismissed. Forget him, forget his money, forget all the hard work he put in. Not just the paperwork I did with the government, not with the state, not following all the laws, not coming in there being stereotyped as a criminal because I'm following my own paper. Y'all don't understand the things that and the gratitude that people go through to try to show and prove to people that we aren't criminals. I promise. Any and everything you just want to believe that. Not problem. I'm getting carried with the conversation and I apologize. This is very, very, very discouraging. Very, very discouraging. And I'm an influencer. I go out here and I try to influence kids to go out here and live and do things the right way. But instead, no matter how much I try to influence them to do things the right way, there's just so many people out here want to be a neighbor and turn their head and look the other way while somebody's over there getting taken advantage of. Just so you don't have to deal with it. Because we all want a paycheck, right? We all want to take care of our kids, the families, and so on and so forth. It's not fair. It's not fair, and it's not fair for you to have to hear all this now. But unfortunately, this is the ripple effect of someone not doing their job. I should get mail in the mail. If I have to spend $75 every time I come in and do a bank garnishment, the least y'all can do is y'all got my email, y'all got my phone number, y'all got my address. The least y'all can do is, but I'm a lawyer. I just spend thousands on legal representation for something I could have filled out myself and win myself, which I did. I apologize, man. I'm getting carried with the conversation. Ma'am, I got all the information I need. And I may actually take legal representation now to go ahead and sue for a little bit more money because someone was negligent here. And negligence is something that I can sue for. And yes, I have my college degree and I took a business law class. Yes, I value education. I am not a criminal. I had a hard life. Blame it on my parents. They should never made me. So last but not least here, ma'am. So moving forward, I already know that I can refile. Do I have to refile in person or can I refile online? Or can I fax or mail something in?
As long as you have the proper paperwork filled out, you can fax it, e-file it, email it to us, and then we will send you a cost statement for what is owed for the filing fee.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so so I apologize that last part. That was the most important part of the money. I know y'all want y'all money. I know y'all want y'all money. So do I send that with the money and the money ordered or something like that?
We take cash and check.
Oh, cash and check. Okay. So after taxes and everything, how much do you think that'll come out to? Because it just says $75 right now.
The filing fee is just $75.
Okay.
There's no like tax on it or anything.
Okay. I truly apologize again, ma'am, for you having to get the rear end of all of this. I really do apologize. I don't want to add no extra stress or anything on your life. I know you just came home. You came off a lunch break, and I'm probably the first phone call after lunch break. And you're like, I got me a wild one. I'm sorry. But I really do hope that you can empathize and understand my concern and where I come from as a law-abiding citizen who has been rehabilitated through the justice system, who is now utilizing everything that all the fellow comrades of white people that fight for peace have taught me. I'm just utilizing all those skills. They taught me this stuff. I'm utilizing skills, and I just want to get the money that I work for. So I apologize. God bless you. I really hope you have a good day, ma'am. But I do want to give you a heads up now. This will not be the last time y'all will be hearing from me. Okay?
Okay. Have a good day.
You too. Bye. And after all of that, y'all, she's still gonna be racist. This is the shit that has to be clipped up and shown to people. After all of that, y'all, she's still gonna look at me like I'm a dumb, fucking, black and mild smoking, grape juice drinking, watermelon eating, chicken finger licking, eating ass nigga.
I should love you. You complete me, but I might be fool. In my world, dreams come true. I can't grow without you.